Hey peeps, welcome back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 12. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, so let's get into a little housewife gossip before we get into the show. There is a blogger who is reporting that there is a sit down between Mary and Brittany that's being filmed for the show. From what I understand, the cast is staying the same. All the ladies are returning and Brittany is returning as a friend of. So maybe that's why they're sitting down with Brittany and Mary, because as Mary said, she doesn't have time for another mess. And they may possibly be trying to give them the opportunity to bridge the gap in this relationship and see if maybe Brittany isn't as messy as Mary thinks she is. I personally think that she is exactly the mess that Mary thinks she is. OK Magazine is reporting that The Real Housewives of New Jersey will be back with Dolores, Melissa, and all new housewives. They are saying that Bravo has offered Teresa her own spinoff show. They are saying that they have allegedly let Margaret, Danielle, Rachel, and Jennifer go. According to OK Magazine, they are saying that the reason Rachel was relieved of duty is because her husband is a mess behind the scenes. He's hard to deal with, hard to work with, and production doesn't want to be bothered. They are also saying that the reason Melissa is staying on The Real Housewives of New Jersey is because production and everyone at Bravo loves Joe Gorga. I personally am not a fan of Joe Gorga, not at all. I don't like the way that he talks to women. I just don't enjoy him. Anyway, Dolores has given us nothing. She has moved in from house to house to house. She's got 32 dogs and she's got 2 boyfriends who haven't married her, and she deserves to be married. If this is what New Jersey is going to be giving, I will not be watching. I will say I will watch Teresa's show. I don't know if I'll cover it, but I will watch Teresa's show. Get down in the comments, you guys. What do you think about The Real Housewives of New Jersey if this is true? Will you watch if it's just Melissa, Dolores, and 3 to 4 new housewives? So Mia went out on her social media and she posted, "Hello, loves. It's time to clear the air. Gordon will be going live this Sunday after part 2 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. What topics would you like him to address? Drops mic." And I'm gonna watch the live, don't get me wrong. But is this legit? Is Gordon really going to answer the questions honestly? Or is Gordon going to sit out here and lie to try to back Mia up so that she can get another season on the show? I personally think that this should be Mia's last season on the show. I think that she should either be fired straight out or she should be put on pause because she used her husband's mental health and she put the entire family's business out in the streets, not caring about her children. She was doing too much. She threw her entire family under the bus so that she could have time on TV. I don't love that. What do you guys think about this? Will you be watching Gordon's live? Now, Brandi Glanville was at home, resting up and watching the housewives. And she posted, "I feel like Dorit might have been doing a little bit of cocaine in the bathroom all night long, bitch." Allegedly, as an audience member, the jaw doesn't lie. Now listen, I don't know what the hell is going on at Brandy's house, but I was gagged. I laughed. Listen, something was going on with Dorit this episode, but I do remember, and I do need to start taking a little Ginkgo Glow because I can't remember a damn thing, but I remember that somebody on the Housewives asked another housewife if they were doing cocaine in the bathroom. Was it Dorit asking Lisa Rinna that? Or was it Lisa Rinna asking somebody that? I think it was Lisa Rinna asking Dorit. I don't know, but damn it, Brandi. Get down in the comments. What did you think about that? Also, over at Potomac, they're showing the sneak preview of this week's episode, Reunion Part 2, and I guess there was some upset between Vivian and Stacy when Stacy says, fuck Vivian, because she says that Vivian gave her Ashley's dress to wear at her dog event. And Vivian did not take kindly to that. So Vivian goes out on social media and she says, thanks Giselle for asking who elevated who, because Stacy tried to say that she elevated Vivian by letting her be a part of her fashion show. Vivian says the delusion of it all. Stacy is quickly unraveling her fraudulent self before our eyes. Stacy begged me to exclusively sponsor her event to elevate it, her words. By the way, I introduced Stacy to the Real Housewife of Potomac group. This is how she thanks me, shaking my head. Lion Stacy begging me for an outfit. I originally custom made this outfit for Ashley for a casual collaborative event. I offered Stacy another gown appropriate for her event and she insisted on Ashley's outfit. I even showed her a picture of Ashley in it. My staff was present at the time of this conversation. Hey Stacy, you returned all the gowns smelling funky. Shaking my head. Everyone will see your true colors. Hashtag fake, hashtag phony, hashtag fraud, hashtag the lies. P.S. at Bravo Andy. I love how you call me Viv. Listen, Viv is not here for the shits. And I tell you what, with this new beef that is sure to come next season with Giselle versus Stacy, I bet we'll be seeing quite a bit of Viv, because I know that Giselle is going to try to use Viv to tag team Stacy. I'm here for it. Let's see what happens. I absolutely believe Vivian. Who do you guys believe? All right, so let's get into the show. When the show picks up, the ladies are still in Savannah. It's the last day there. They're packing. They're getting ready. And you know what? I'm kind of glad, because this was an emotional trip and I've had enough. I'm tired. Garcelle and Kyle go ahead and admit to Sutton that they were actually listening to her conversation with RHOBH the night before, and RHOBH, of course, is right there and they don't notice her, so she's hearing the whole thing. As soon as Garcelle sees RHOBH, she says, good morning, how are you? She says, I'm fine, how are you? I see that you're very chatty this morning. And everybody laughed. I thought that was kind of funny. I said, look at RHOBH try to get a little sense of humor. So before she leaves, her and Sutton have a little conversation. The rest of the girls are laughing, joking. They're talking about when they're headed off to the airport. And RHOBH finally says that she loves Sutton. I'm telling you, I smiled. I laughed. I was so excited. Then they all had a little group hug before they got ready to leave. Kyle, listen, I'm going to need you to come up with something else next season. I'm tired of this bullshit. She doesn't really want to go home because she's got this empty house. Listen, as I have said many times before, your children have lives. They're out there living their best life. Mauricio is out there doing everything but thinking about your ass. You have got to live your life. You have the means to do whatever it is that you want to do. You love the entertainment business. Write yourself another pilot. You like to travel. Go travel. Go back and think of all the things that you wanted to do, but you couldn't because you were busy taking care of children and taking care of your husband. Go down the list of things you always dreamed of, that you always wanted to do, because Mauricio is not out here wasting 1 second. You are wasting your time. Stop it. So then we go over to Beau's place, and Beau's cousin is there to visit. She's a few minutes late. You know, Beau's is giving her a hard time, but Tina shows up. She was just a little bit late, and Beau's makes her this beautiful looking drink, and it had gold flakes in it or something. I said, that's fancy. It really is, but I don't need to be that fancy. I don't need gold flakes in my drink. I would be concerned. I probably shouldn't though. But anyway, the drinks looked really pretty. She's talking to her cousin about her fertility journey and talking about Keely and how she thinks that they may not be on the same page. And here's my problem. Beau's is a very smart woman. She's extremely smart. And if you know that you and Keely are not on the same page, you haven't said I loved you. He's talking about 1 to 3 children. You're 48 years old. You know, your biological clock is down to its last 6 ticks. You have got to stop the bullshit. Don't sit around talking to Dorit and Erica. Don't sit around talking to Tina. Talk to Keely. Figure this shit out. What does he really want? Are you two meant to be? Otherwise, if you really do want to have children, what you need to do is run, not walk, to your nearest physician's office so that you can start having them retrieve your eggs. Because at some point, the clock is going to tick the hell out, and you may need to have a surrogate. You have got to start thinking about what's best for you and your daughter. You don't have time to play games with this man. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I get red flags from him. I don't like the guy. I can see through her social media that him and her are still together, but I can also see that she's not pregnant either. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm wishing her the very best. We also find out that at 6.5 months, she lost a baby due to preeclampsia. And damn, that broke my heart. But what really hurt is when she started talking about the fear she had when she got pregnant with her daughter after that. Every doctor's appointment, she was scared. And I can understand that. That would frighten me. I remember when I was pregnant with my son, at one point I went maybe 4 or 5 days and I didn't feel him moving around. And I remember getting scared. I went to the doctor, had them check, and the doctor, she said, "Oh, he's fine." And I was just freaking the hell out. So I couldn't imagine what Bose was going through, because it had to be a million times more scary. I think that for her, with the preeclampsia, with the loss of her first child, maybe surrogacy is the best route for her. I mean, her and Keely seem to be very, very well off. She's got gold flakes in her drinks. They could probably afford a surrogate. The ladies are getting ready to go to Dorit's 4th of July barbecue. Kyle and Erica talk a little bit before they go, and Kyle asked Erica exactly what Bose said about her, and she said that she thought that you were just a little cold. Erica says, "You're an iceberg." And I laughed because I knew exactly what Erica was referring to. She was referred to when she was called the Ice Queen. And they thought that was funny. They laughed, they chuckled. And the truth is, I don't really think that Kyle was cold to Bose. But I don't really think that Kyle was 100% open to Bose either, because every time they showed the flashbacks of her and Bose talking, it was always just a little casual conversation. And when she came over to Bose's house after that surgery, she wasn't really trying to get to know Bose. She was trying to get Bose to hear her side of the story between her and Dorit, in my opinion. So it wasn't as if she had been trying to have all these heart-to-hearts with Bose. But when you think about it, at the same time, Bose hasn't been trying to have a whole bunch of heart-to-hearts with Kyle either. Everything looks amazing when you get to Dorit's house. She has pulled out all the stops. They have a snow cone machine, a bouncy house. You know, it looked really beautiful in there. I was thinking it looks like she spent a whole lot of money. And after PK sent you that email telling you that you was going to have to pay for everything, I don't know if there would have been a 4th of July barbecue. And if it was, it would have been a tiny grill in the backyard with some hot dogs. You know, a little Nathan's. We not doing a snow cone machine. Mom will get in here and crush you up some damn ice with a hammer. We got to save money. Your daddy is acting a fool. Now, I wouldn't tell the kids that, but I would tell my friends, listen, this is a BYOB backyard barbecue, and all we have is hot dogs, chips, and crushed ice. I'm just saying. So Sutton doesn't really want to go, but she's going to go just because she wants to have a good time. It's 4th of July. She wants to be with the girls. She arrives, and I was really pissed off at how this goes. You know, she shows up at Dorit's house at 1:22 p.m. Kyle shows up at 1:45 p.m. and there is still no Dorit. She is upstairs getting her hair and makeup done, but when she comes down the steps, I didn't appreciate that hair, that makeup, that hat, or that damn outfit. I said, all this primming and prepping and you look like this? Now, damn it, Dorit. And then she comes down, she greets Kyle, but she doesn't really truly give any interest to Sutton at all. And I said, well, this is some shady shit. What the hell? Kyle brings up the shrine to PK with all the pictures and everything. And you know what? Listen, I think Kyle should shut the hell up. She left her pictures out, so the hell what? Your husband put a picture of some other woman on his desk. I mean, let people do what the hell it is they want to do. If she wants to leave the pictures of her husband out on the damn table, let her leave them. I'm just saying, I would have snatched them shits down a long time ago. No, that's not my house. Dorit then says in her confessionals that seeing Kyle and Sutton were the first to arrive, that's definitely not her choice. And I said to myself, then why did you invite them? Don't invite them if you're not happy that they're there. Don't invite them if you don't want them to be there. I didn't like that.
That's so kind of you.
She always tries to take my thing.
Yeah. Well, I think you owe it to me.
I most certainly do not.
Yes, you most certainly do.
No, I'm good.
No, you're not.
Now, see, I believe that this behavior here is why Brandy Glanville sent that tweet. That was weird as hell to me. What? Release that woman's purse. That was the weirdest behavior. So because you and her have had problems in the past and she has pissed you off in the past, she owes you this purse. Now, she tried to act as if that was some sort of joke, but I don't think she was joking. Woman, leave that woman the hell alone. That was weird. Talking about she would be willing to get over some of the stuff that Sutton has done to her if she would just give her this purse. Marcel falls into the party. And when I say falls into the party, she fell into the party pretty much. That woman took the biggest trip. She could have broke her hip. When you get to be a particular age, you can't risk it. You can't risk it. Girl, watch it. I don't know what kind of shoe wear she had on, but honey, stick to the flats.
Sutton, what are you drinking, honey?
The watermelon something.
There's alcohol in it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Not time. Didn't you ask Sutton what she's drinking?
Yeah.
And you asked, is there alcohol in it? I mean,
Audrey, shut up.
I mean, honestly.
You're such a bitch.
Excuse me.
Don't say, and there's alcohol in it. Don't start with that. It's not nice.
But if you could do me a favor and not call me a bitch in my own home.
I'm gonna go.
I just said don't call me a bitch in my home for sake.
Thank you for having me. Seriously.
Oh, that
Thank you
lasted
for having me.
all
No, I'm out.
So I'll just call
I
her
am
a
out.
bitch and go. A bitch.
She's a little bit sensitive after the coffee, vodka. She's a little sensitive.
So I hate to say it, but I'm more on Sutton's team than Dorit's. Because, Sutton showed up. She was on time. Then you tried to steal the woman's purse. You wouldn't say hi to her. She's sitting there trying to enjoy her day, and you bring up the alcohol. You had already talked shit to the woman. You had already started that shit last season, you and Kyle, trying to call her a bit of an alcoholic, which I think that she might have a relationship with alcohol that's not that great. Because I remember when she was on Behind the Velvet Rope, she said, I have a drinking regimen that I do. At around 10 a.m., I think it's okay for my first cocktail of the day. And then I try to, it's just consistency throughout the day. Then I'm nicer. So, I think that she might need to look into her drinking a little bit. Is it just me, or at the end of that clip was Garcelle being a bit of a spokesperson for Sutton, explaining to Dorit how sensitive she is? Just asking. I think that Dorit was absolutely being a terrible host, and her manners were absolutely horrible. The whole time that Sutton was there, Dorit was definitely giving mean girl energy. Why did you invite her? And I do realize that Dorit does have reasons for being upset with Sutton as well. Sutton always calls Dorit long-winded, and she cut her off when she was trying to tell everybody about Jaggy asking about the divorce. Also, Sutton didn't really care about Dorit's getting robbed. She hasn't forgotten that. Her and Garcelle kind of insinuated that the robbery was fake and it was a setup. Then when Dorit makes that comment, go run after a little crybaby. Make sure you have a drink in your hand. Dorit, she didn't seem apologetic at all. And you know what? You would think with Dorit saying that PK has a drinking problem, you would think she would be a little more sympathetic to Sutton just in case Sutton really is an alcoholic. You're not really trying to help her. You're just putting her down. I mean, when you think about it, I think both Sutton and Dorit give as good as they get. Sutton talked about Erica's divorce. We see that she brings up Dorit's finances in the next episode, I think. She talks about Kyle's marriage, Sutton and the whole storming off, I'm going home. And I said to myself, if you're going home, just, grab your purse and go on home. You don't stick around for 45 minutes to discuss the fact that you're going home. Just get the fuck out. That's my thought. And Kyle was absolutely right to bring it up. You want to talk shit to me about leaving Bose's place, but here you are running out of Dorit's place. And then I remember when she talked about Crystal's ugly pants, she had ran out of Lisa Rinna's house, and she ran out of the Magic Mike performance thing because she really wanted to be down on stage getting rubbed on. Sutton does stuff that's not appropriate as well. Sutton also says something about in her confessionals, I'm sorry that Dorit's businesses have failed or something like that. But I remember a few months ago, I saw online that Sutton's store was closed. It was up for lease. So unless they moved somewhere, it seems like her business is failing too. Shit. I just seen on the news that Forever 21 is going to have to close down 200 of their 300 and some stores. Business is hard out here. Erica at some point in her confessional said everybody needs to quit being so threatened by Bose and Dorit's friendship. Never did I ever think I would agree with Erica, but I have been agreeing with her so much this season. It is crazy as hell. She's not wrong. Get over it, people. And it was so funny when Sutton threw that headband to the ground. I said, not Miss Manners throwing her headband on the ground. Pick that Party City headband up and get the hell out. You said you was leaving. Erica shows up and she says, damn, I have just walked in the damn door and somebody's already crying. This is the one time of the year I get a hot dog and here y'all go. I said, listen, show that woman to her Oscar Mayer wiener. Okay, let her have her one hot dog and just sit out there and have you a drink. Don't mind Sutton and this tantrum she's throwing.
To congregate here at the front, it's like Dorit is hosting a party.
Stop being Dorit's spokesperson.
Girl, I'm not being Dorit's spokesperson.
It sounds like it.
It looks rude.
See, this comment that Garcelle throws out here, I say to myself, this is a good message. Wrong messenger. I think that Bose should have never approached them unless she was just going over there to check on them. I do like Bose. I appreciate her friendship with Dorit, but I have to say, when you came in, just say hello. When you go out there to talk to Dorit, you just got Dorit's side of the story. You don't know what the other ladies have gone through, what happened before you got there. Either just stay over there and enjoy your time with Dorit, or go over just to check to make sure the ladies are okay.
I think it's great that y'all were there to support, but I think, again, in the spirit of sisterhood, can we all rally around her?
Where's the spirit of sisterhood when you came over there and called us rude?
That's actually being a sister. That's actually coming and tell you to check yourself.
Okay, Garcelle, who's been Sutton's spokesperson since she got here a few years ago? It's okay for Garcelle to defend Sutton, but Bose can't defend Dorit? Everybody needs to quit being so threatened by the Bose and Dorit friendship. Let people get along.
The reason I say that Garcelle is the wrong messenger is because Garcelle is often Sutton's mouthpiece. The same way that Erica, Dorit, and Teddy, also LVP and Lisa Rinna, they all used to be Kyle's mouthpiece. Every last one of these girls on all the franchises, they all have a buddy or two that always likes to be the mouthpiece for them. So Garcelle should really watch it with that one. I think that Garcelle getting upset with Bose was a little too strong because she didn't really say too much. She wasn't truly defending Dorit. All she said was, are you guys coming inside? Can you come inside? It looks kind of rude to just be sitting here at the door front. But at the same time, she didn't know exactly why they were sitting there or what was going on. They give it a minute. I think Bose could have gave it a minute. I also didn't like that Dorit interrupted the conversation that Bose was having with Kyle. I wanted to see them work this through. I think that Kyle is upset that Dorit has a friend. I think Kyle was coming into this season thinking that she was going to be able to give Dorit the Lisa Vanderpump treatment, and it didn't work out because Dorit ended up getting a friend in Bose, and she also has Erica. I think that Garcelle thinks that when she jumps in to try to take care of Sutton, she's being a good friend to Sutton. However, maybe Bose thinks she's being a good friend to Dorit by jumping in as well. After all of the arguing and acting out, first of all, Kyle and that head shake.
A conversation with her and everything she said, you have to back up. I was thinking, listening.
That was funny as hell. It really was. She said Dorit was up Bo's butt pretty much. I'm paraphrasing. But my thought is you didn't mind it when her head was up your ass. I'm just saying. Climb down off the damn pedestal, ma'am. It's weird as hell. Then they go upstairs and they have this conversation. First of all, Dorit's house was a wreck. Where the hell is the staff? Did you spend the staff money on the party? Because get rid of the snow cones if you can't afford to clean that place up. The place looked a mess. That's a big old fancy expensive house to be looking a wreck like that. And Kyle seemed to be kind of excited to see Dorit's house as a mess. But they sat there both talking to each other about these relationships that are no longer relationships. Neither one of them are ready to press the gas and go see an attorney and file for a divorce. Kyle is saying something about the men don't exactly know what they want. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They want to be separated and away from you. They are out living their best lives, traveling together, starting new relationships. They are enjoying themselves. Y'all have got to go to hell on. At the end of the episode, you see them show pictures of Mauricio at the airport with his arms around a half-naked ass woman. And not only that, there's pictures of him out in Aspen with two women wearing towels. I mean, he is out here living his best life. He is not putting on the brakes. He is not breaking for Kyle. He is not at home crying for Kyle. None of that. Kyle, you better get out here and live your best life. This is ridiculous, girl. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.